Climate change is having a negative impact on societies across the world. Long dry seasons, heavy droughts, heavy storms, floods are affecting the agricultural sector in Mexico and in many other Latin American countries. Climate change is determined by the emissions of greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide. The cattle inventory of Mexico is around 35 million head, and every day ruminant species emit methane and nitrous oxide, which are contributing to the climate change since they are accumulated in the atmosphere. Small producers, which consist of a large sector in Mexico, they are at around 500,000 small producers. They can contribute to mitigate the emissions of greenhouse gases through good feeding practices. The use of natural resources, such as leukina, such as pods of plants, may decrease the emission of those greenhouse gases, and we could work together towards a better environment, towards a climate-smart livestock production in Mexico. Welcome to the Laboratory of Climate Change and Livestock Production of the Faculty of Veterinary Medicine and Animal Science, University of Yucatan. We are located in southeast Mexico, in the city of Merida, which is close by to the great archaeological site of Chichen Itza, which is 2 hours by road from here. I am Juan Cubira. I am a lecturer in ruminant nutrition in this faculty, and we work with undergraduate students, with postgraduate students on the ways to mitigate the emissions of greenhouse gases such as methane and nitrous oxide from ruminant species by using natural resources available in this region in the south of Mexico. There are many legumes, there are some moraceous trees, there are many byproducts, there are many additives which can be used to reduce the emissions of such greenhouse gases which are contributing to climate change. Here at the Laboratory of Climate Change and Livestock Production of the Faculty of Veterinary Medicine and Animal Science, University of Yucatan, we use the respiration chamber technique to measure the exchange of carbon dioxide and methane in this set of chambers. We have 2 chambers for cattle. As you can see, they are provided with a feeder, with a large feeder, and they have water available throughout the day, and there is an air conditioning unit and a dehumidifier and a small fan in the upper part of the chamber to keep the temperature at 22 degrees centigrade and the relative humidity at 55. The animals can stand, can lie, can urinate, can defecate, and our runs are 23 hours. It is a pull system. We pull air from here from the flow kits at 500 liters per minute to take the sample of air into the analyzers. Methane, carbon dioxide, and oxygen analyzers to measure the gas exchange of crossbred cattle, in this case cows of around 400 kilo, which have been measuring at this time in this laboratory. At the Laboratory of Climate Change and Livestock Production of the University of Yucatan in South Mexico, air is drawn from the respiration chambers by the action of these mass flow meters, so-called flow kits, at the rate of 500 liters per minute. And the multiplexer takes an air sample to be sent to the methane, carbon dioxide, and oxygen analyzers in a sequential way. So with this instrumentation, we can measure the production of carbon dioxide and of methane per day, and the consumption of oxygen every single day. And in that way, we can work out heat production. So this is very important to measure the efficiency of energy utilization of rations of forage or of grain, and for the producers, for the cattlemen, to know which ration is better, which feeding practices can be implemented in dairy units in farms in order to improve weight gain and milk production. So here in the computer, the output from the analyzers is stored in Expedata software, which works out every day heat production and the emissions of greenhouse gases with this equipment. We can also measure continuously here the pH of the rumen, which are telemetric techniques, which monitors which go inside the ventral sac of the rumen, and we can store the data here in Excel to be analyzed after the experiment, so we can assess the best ways to feed high grain rations to cattle in feedlots. That could be very useful for the animal industry. Here at the Laboratory of Climate Change and Livestock Production, we collaborate with many agencies, both national and international, such as the International Center of Tropical Agriculture, the USDA, the Center of Tropical Agronomic in Costa Rica, CATIE, and also several laboratories and institutions, agricultural institutions in Mexico and elsewhere. So we provide that information on the best practices to feed the animals. We can assess with high precision dry matter intake, the rumen degradability of feedstuffs, digestibility, and also, of course, energy utilization in ruminant species. So we are looking forward to use other techniques to measure greenhouse gases like methane with technologies such as green feed, where we could go directly into farms, into dairy units, into feedlots to measure with precision equivalent to this technique, which is respiration chamber technique, but to measure directly with farmers so we can help to improve weight gain in the paddocks and milk production per cow per day with the best rations, low cost, with the resources available in the south of Mexico. Well, this was a short trip through the Laboratory of Climate Change and Livestock Production at the University of Yucatan, where we have a range of services to offer to your business, to offer to your laboratory, to offer to the animal industry and Mexico and elsewhere. We can measure with great precision dry matter intake, live weight gain, milk production, and the emission of greenhouse gases such as methane, carbon dioxide, and nitrous oxide in different animal production systems. So come to visit us in South Mexico, in Merida, and look for yourselves the range of services that this laboratory can offer to you to improve animal production in your particular setting. Thank you very much.